8 years ago, I was flat broke and I was eating fish patties and hard-boiled eggs that I would get from Costco. And people were like, oh my God, you look so fit. They didn't realize I was actually starving because I was broke. I was sitting here after a quick workout and I was thinking, you know what, I got a message for somebody. I don't know who it is, but I've got a good message for you if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling challenged, if you feel like life just isn't where you're not in life where you think you should be. I want to let you know, over the past few years, I've worked 5 years with Tony Robbins in his business mastery department. I've worked with John Gray, the #1 relationship coach on the planet. And I'm now married to the woman of my dreams. But 8 years ago, I was renting rooms for $500 from friends. I was flat broke. I looked really good and thin. People said, my God, you look so fit. I wasn't fit, I was starving because I was eating frozen fish patties that I would thaw from Costco and hard-boiled eggs. And it was ultimately a gift for me because what that did is it put me back on the path of doing the things that put me centered and in alignment with my higher power, with God. And so I remember thinking 8 years ago, when I was broke, looking fit, but actually starving, I was doing breath work on a daily basis. I was spending at least an hour of deep meditation in energy, like transmutation of those elements of my shadows that were running the show. I really knew myself, and I really dove into what Socrates said, that the unexamined life is not worth living. Know thyself. And the more I studied, the more I read Michael Singer's, all of his books, Conversations with God. I was communing with my friend Dave Lundgren. I was really in that space of, I call it spirituality. Spirituality is when we're in ourselves. And I started to navigate all of my behaviors and all of my shadows, all of my reactions, my responses. And it's really true that when you know yourself, you can know those around you. And so here's the punchline of that. I was broke. I was borrowing a truck. I was renting a room for $500, but I was wealthier than most people on the planet. I knew that in my soul. My bones vibrated that I was right where I was supposed to be, and that I was wealthier than most people on the planet because I had everything that I needed. I had my sanity. I had my physical body. I was entering the kingdom of heaven within, and that way I could see everything without. And from that frequency, from that space, that's where I got the phone call from Dave to go work with Tony Robbins. That's where I was invited to live in Hawaii with incredibly spiritual people and elevate my spirituality to another level. It was from that frequency that I was able to attract the love of my life, my wife, Lori. And I get to live this life that I'm living today. And so I know this, that if all the financial stuff was to be taken away from me, I'm good. I am still incredibly wealthy because the #1 wealth is that presence and that connection with a power greater than ourselves. So I think that's the message that I've got for somebody out there today, is that you're not alone. If you need help, ask for it. There are good people who want to help you, and we all need help. We all need one another. And when we take off the mask and we say, help me, please help me, then people will show up. So if you're going through some challenging stuff right now, keep going. Just like that little voice inside me when I was wanting to give up, it's just keep going. And I would argue with that voice, no, it's like, just keep going. I'm so grateful that I kept going. And I hope you keep going too. This is a life of lessons, and you deserve to get those lessons. And I truly believe this, that God speaks in joy and beautiful sunrises and connections with the ones we love, but he also speaks in the language of pain to wake us up. And so wake up, open your eyes, ask for help, and keep going.